We're back here, and it is more PvP. As always, we're covering and breaking down all the nitty gritty in this war, and you guys have been enjoying the way we've been doing it, and guess what, we are expanding on that and trying to cover more of the battlefield, because you guys have been asking for comments. Can you zoom out? Can you do this to make sure we can obviously understand what's going on? So don't worry, in today's video we're going to be doing that. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and looking forward to part 4 now of GG83 versus the TA, Sky, EXG and EXXL 4-man alliance union in Zone 4. Hello, yes, smash a like, comment and subscribe for more daily videos with me, MrSneakyy, and we're here breaking down more PvP that we've been covering on the GG war, and I hope you guys have been loving it, because GG are been putting up on a show. As you guys know, they have been 1v3, 1v4 in basically in Zone 4 here, and what we're breaking down here is the TA push, and we're following on from what we saw earlier in the footage or yesterday's video on GG, if you've seen it, and that is basically TA defending a zone area, allowing them to place down a flag, and by doing that they're able to obviously go on the offensive. So TA now are on the offensive, pushing forward, allowing them to create space to obviously build a flag just to the east, to then obviously push where we are watching right now, one of the GG flags to obviously upgrade. So when we're seeing here is a beautiful display, obviously, of offense and defense. We're seeing GG on the left side using basically cities and this behemoth here to their advantage. So if we pause it just before this big boy comes out, what I mean is we look at the structure of the battlefield, and it's a little bit strange to say that, but it's to do to these cities. So if you look where all these cities are actually placed, it obviously forces the enemy into a channel. So if you look very carefully and we draw it out, the TA guys are literally stuck in that little red box, and that's very, very tight. As you can see from here, if we just drew the next line, this is the space that you're playing in, right? And as you can see, one march is already almost fully in that box. So it's a very tight situation that GG have obviously created by placing their cities in some really good places. So I just want to take note of that and showcase that you guys, maybe in a war in the future, pay attention to where you place your cities. Because yes, you can place them in the front lines, or you can try and place them in the front lines in a more strategic position to funnel your enemies through certain zones, right? And by doing this, as you can see, they're going to drop their bear and they're going to push back TA because of this. And TA obviously understand the power of behemoths, and what you should do, as they do, is retreat. It sounds a bit crazy, I know, because it's just a giant bear, but this will obviously deal so much free damage and cause a load of CC to affect you because of the charge effect it has. As you can see, knocking loads of units there up from the TA guys. What you need to do is pretty simple. Get into, obviously, the outer range. So make sure you're out of this little circle first, and then as long as you're out of this circle, as you can see the TA guys are already doing, you can then focus down the bear, break its armor, and then kill it so it's out of action and basically reduce its time effectiveness. So nice little bit there. And you can see though, GG using everything like we said, right? They use that nasty tunneling of the troops where this little area is, forcing the TA guys through, and now they have control again of this area, and they need that because obviously they don't want TA and EXG just to freely push into their zone and cause free carnage without obviously putting up a fight, right? Because if they can obviously get around all of this little positional awareness, it's going to cause them to obviously be on the back foot because they're going to get surrounded, and potentially they won't even be able to send troops obviously out of their city, because obviously if TA control all of that zone, as soon as you send a couple of marchers out of your city, you're going to get 50x, right? So it's just not good. So let's move on though, because we can see here now some beautiful stuff to do with this fight again. We're going to start breaking down the outer battlefield, because we can see again the Beastmaster there from GG83 using the Frost Giant to basically control where these guys are going. They don't want them to be in this area at all, and they want to obviously build, as you can see, that extra little flag on top of their own territory already to obviously delay the TA push further down the line. And if we zoom out of this area basically and we watch how this fight is going to develop, you're going to see some really remarkable movement here, right? Because you're going to see the TA guys now using this pass here and this little opening to fight. So if we look and break it down on the battlefield as you guys asked for, obviously this is where the GG guys, if you just write GG, this is where they need to defend, and obviously here, as you can see, this purple little zone is being created because of this flag, right? So they really need to make sure this gets built, and it stops basically TA from building up basically alongside the GG flags and obviously causing issues. But TA, and we'll write TA over here, and we're going to just change their color just to make it a little bit easier for you guys to follow. You're going to be able to see that TA, though, obviously see this, and they're going to move their troops up into this area because this little zone is basically punching through and allowing the TA guys to either fight on this top flag or they can fight on this bottom flag, right? So I really like to see that. I honestly really liked to see how this, you know, fight was actually being developed, and the fact that I wasn't fighting allowed me to break it down, allows me to look and see and showcase everything here to the TA guys, because you can see now we're drawing it on the live stream, just showcasing now with free, you know, movement. You can see how the TA members here and all those mage players have moved up and gone around to flank basically the GG alliance that are there building the keeps and obviously trying to defend the center side. So now if we zoom in, you're going to start to see again this fight now develop, because this flag that they have built, as you can see, it's not showcasing it currently on the map because for some reason it's not up to date in here, but you can see TA trying to move around and disrupt this northern flag from being built. So here we go, TA wrapping around now, and obviously GG83 using certain players like Mr. Ruroni here to frontline for them, but Austin doesn't care, running straight in with his Goresh and Skullgirl march, which has been, I'm not gonna lie guys, one of the things that everyone has been using so heavily. Goresh, Skullgirl, Venomous Lizard, Mocking Chorus, which is the new, obviously, infantry torn artifact. But GG recognize this, and I like this. GG recognize this crazy flank that is about to approach, and they bring troops around. They address what's going on, and they've got, as you guys know, the Frost Giant. And because they've got the Frost Giant down, obviously you can see this little red marker still, right? But that is the range of the Frost Giant. So the Frost Giant, as you can see, was trying to protect this bottom fight. It was trying to hold off this zone, which it was doing pretty well, and it allowed GG to rotate some of their players to the north side to stop the flank. But because of that, TA recognizes this. TA now going on the offensive, basically killing down that Frost Giant, making it just not worth it anymore. It's so low on the HP that obviously it's going to die really quickly, and it allows them now to push forward, and you can see the TA guys blitzing and taking control of all of that space to allow them to hopefully push back the GG guys, take control of this zone area again and stop GG83 from building any more flags or keeps or any sort of structural defensive area in this crazy choke point, in this like area of the center of the zone 4 map, right? So I hope you guys have been enjoying it. This has been obviously GG83 with obviously TA, and we're watching this mammoth of a fight. And if you again want to watch all of these fights unedited and all the way through, you can just check out the channel, guys. We have it all live stream. If you're wondering which one it is, it's the latest one that went on for about 10 or 11 hours in one go. So just check it out. You can enjoy constant PvP footage all the way through for 11 hours in a go. But we've broken it down into these highlights, into these part sections for every other server. So I hope you guys have been enjoying all of these PvP breakdowns so far, right? So let's get back into it and let's finish up the last part of this video. And we've got TA doing their thing. GG now basically defending this center fight. And if we time-lapse this fight, you can see how, you know, people are taking damage here, and GG are basically looking the same, but TA are the scary boys. TA here are the ones that have got the advantage. You can see that they're clearly holding this nice, very offensive line, very deep into the flags. They're 2 flags deep, but GG did what they needed to do. GG defended this top side as well as they could, and now they're bringing their troops back down into the bottom fight, and TA can see or feel the difference of this fight. And it's crazy because what we're going to do, hopefully for this video, is around this time showcase some stats, because one of my viewers has been obviously tracking the fight, I don't know, for his server. And in that little data tracking, what we've been able to see is obviously the merits, the power, everything that's been lost and gained. And I'm going to put that up about now, because that was again around the, I want to say 6 to 7 hour mark on the fighting. So that gives you a good idea on how crazy this fight gets, because this is only around the 2nd to 3rd hour of the war opening. This is only halfway there, and this screenshot is basically at the towards the end of obviously the 11-hour stream, and towards basically my time obviously streaming all of it, right? So you can see how crazy this is growing and how massive this fight actually was at our server. And this was only one server. I cannot imagine how crazy it was on the other servers, as you guys know, on the losses and power loss for certain alliances, because we know some big players hit really, really hard, and some big players took a massive power loss during their fights, right? So I hope you guys have been enjoying it, though. This has been, again, the TA guys, in my opinion, not, again, doing what I'd like to see. I'd like to see them take advantage of this area. So basically you can see me draw it out here. This murder ball is very, very tight on the TA side, right? And basically if you just look up, there's so much space above near this guy's other city that they can actually spread out and take advantage of it, but they choose not to. And by not doing this, they're getting targeted and always getting 5x on the area of effect damage. We don't want that. We don't want maximum value Lilias. We want Lilias to hit as little area of effect damage as she can, right? Otherwise, she's going to get maximum damage value and getting those juicy merits for your enemies, right? But they don't learn, and I don't know how else to stress it. I hope you guys learn it through all of the videos we've been covering, and obviously not just this one, right? We've been covering in all the servers, because every server and every alliance, honestly, is prone to not completing or doing really good positioning. They're really, you know, at fault at being very, very tight, and they're not spreading out. But it is what it is, right? You only can learn from your mistakes. And without mistakes, I wouldn't be able to make footage like this, right? And we're seeing the reason of what we were talking about, right? Now, GG did defend the top side. TA did try to push through and obviously punish them. But now GG spread it out. They've got their troops back. They dealt with the north side. Now they have to deal only with this south push. TA got nowhere to run, and GG are looking very, very strong. And if we time-lapse this fight again, you're going to see GG going all the way up, and obviously now fighting for control, and TA here getting pushed all the way back to their original flag where they started from in this initial push against GG83, right? So I hope you guys have enjoyed it. This is basically showcasing just TA building that flag there, which we were talking about. If they build this flag, it allows them to attack the GG Alliance. So I hope you guys now understand why we've been talking about it. A little bit of context towards the end of the video. But I hope you enjoyed it. Smash like, comment, and subscribe. It is obviously hard to do these edits and obviously get all of the footage edited to a nice standard so you guys can understand what's going on, and obviously put all the live drawing edits and all the arrows and cool stuff so you guys can understand, hopefully, a little bit more easy on screen. So if you've enjoyed it, put a comment below. Tell me what you'd like to see improve, what you'd like to have me do more of. So if you want me to zoom out more and show you the map a bit more and show you in the dot formation so you can see the flow of battle a little bit more, we can do that, right? We can do that in future videos. So I only can know if you give me that feedback. So until then, stay safe, stay sneaky, and I'll catch you in the next video.